All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. Let's see if I can get mic on, display capture on. Streamlabs is giving me a little bit of a hard time this morning. Let's jump back in here. I'm going to grab just a little bit of speed, and then we're going to turn our harvester back on. Alright, he is empty. Let's get this guy out of the way. Now, this harvester I got from Iconic is throwing some Lua errors, so we're going to check the log again. I may have to sell it and get a different harvester. And if that's the case, I'm just going to, whatever money we lose, I'm going to cheat back in, because the mod itself is bad, I think. I think it's still throwing Lua errors. Check the log here in a second. But I want to finish this contract first. And then we'll see if it's still throwing errors. Alright, yeah, you do your thing. Actually, let me see if it, let's jump in here real quick. Go to the log. Yeah, it's throwing Lua errors. The Iconic harvester. It's throwing all kind of Lua errors. So after we're done using it, we're going to need to sell it off. And then get it. I'm going to just get the one from Stevie instead. Or I'll go to Iconic's Facebook page later and see if they have an update to it. Alright, so what else do we have going on? I don't even remember. Fields. We own fields 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what growth stage they're in. Field 1's getting closer. I think they're all... Yeah. I messed up the rolling on field 3, but we'll fix that after the first harvest. So we only have $200,000. Our trailer's tied up. Now I might think about getting another tipper. So what do we have going on here? You have pallet spikes on you. I'm just going to flip through my vehicles really quick just to see where everything's at. So we were taking care of this. So what do we have going on here? We have, okay, you're making solid fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. You're waiting on grain, or so we can make seeds. You're waiting on grass. And then the composter is waiting on materials as well. So I think we're going to end up cutting some grass today. Just finish flipping through. So you're sitting there waiting. You have our sprayer on it, and then fishing boat, fishing boat, fishing boat. Yeah, I'm going to wait till we're done with that contract, and then we'll sell off. We'll get a little bit more cash because we're going to need cash for the mower, I believe. What does Papa Smurf have? Nothing there. I tried using this to mow the grass on a test map, and I couldn't get it to mow the grass. So that will not mow the grass. I'm going to probably end up using this one. And then we'll have to pick it up with the loading wagon, which I don't have yet either. So we're going to need $380,000. And then, well, probably more than that, because I want to upgrade it a little bit. What do we have? Let's go with the bigger engine. So we're going to need $430,000 and a loading wagon, another 119. So we're going to need like 600,000. So we're going to have to go sell off some. We're going to have to sell off some mining material. This thing's going to take a little while yet. Let's just go buy another tipper. Let's just buy another tipper. I should have enough money for another tipper. Let me drop off the forks. And then we'll grab, even if I even have enough money for another tipper. Let's take a look at that. Do I have enough money for another tipper? Till we go earn some cash. Capacity. We do. It's not. I'm sure we can use more than one tipper. Let's grab the snowblower, and we need to probably sell off. I'm just gonna probably sell off 2 loads of ore, so we can get some grass cut, so we can get some compost made. So I want to crank up we're going to buy an extra stone pit. We're going to put some gold wash plants down. So we're going to need some cash today. So first order of business is to sell some stuff off. And then we'll get rid of that harvester because it's throwing all kind of Lua errors, and we'll get a different harvester and probably take another harvesting contract. We sold off a couple loads of coal. This time I'm going to sell off a couple loads of ore. I didn't get a chance to mess with the triggers on this bunker cleaner yet. It's on my to-do list for tonight. The triggers definitely need to be adjusted a little bit more. But you'll have ore for months in here, unless you want to scoop it all up and sell it off and become a millionaire. A billionaire, probably. Yeah, the trigger for the hitbox is up just a little bit too high. So it's not scraping the ground like it should. So the best way, until I get it adjusted, the best way I found is just drive around slow and it'll pick it up. I hope everyone is doing well today. Pallet storage the triggers are giving me a hard time, so pallet storage is almost done. I sent it to Dixie for testing. She said she's not having any issues with triggers, but I can't get it to accept any pallets on my test map. So I've got to mess around. I'm going to mess around with that tonight. So that'll be done for map release in Mod Pack 1. But I wanted to get in here and do some more play testing. I'll mess with the triggers later. Yeah, I tried to put a couple pallets in and I couldn't get the trigger to accept it. Alright, let's go see what we can get for one load of ore. We'll come back and grab another one. I think I picked the slowest tractor I have. Eventually I'll throw a silo in here and we'll just scoop all the product up and put it in a silo and then get a truck and a bigger tipper, like a tractor trailer truck and a big tipper, and we'll move a lot more product than this at one time. But right now I want to earn the cash for what we need to test today. And unfortunately I'm going to have to cut some grass, so it's a little bit of a boring stream, but I want to get the composter running and the grass dryer running for some silage. Does anybody know if Follow Me is out for 22? So I would love to use Follow Me to cut the grass with. But I don't know if I haven't seen a 22 version yet, but I've not been on a lot of modding sites. Alright, let's get a load of ore sold. But I think Dixie was up all night testing. I think she pulled an all-nighter. There's only one thing I need to fix yet in the map, but testing is going awesome. Does this thing have multiple speeds to unload? No. Alright, 331,000. I'm going to sell one more load off this way. That'll give us enough cash to what we want to do today. Or for now anyway. So I want to get the other stone pit up and running. I want to make sure stone processing is up and running. I may even throw a third stone pit down. And then make sure oil wells are running, and then I want to get a refinery down. So we have that whole production chain going. And then I want to get the grass cut so we can get the composter running and silage running so we can get earthworms and fishing up and running. Now, Dixie did discover one thing with the fishing. You don't even have to use the boat if you don't want to. You could take compost and clean fill over to get your earthworms running. Instead of telling the factory to store, tell the factory to distribute, and it will automatically send the earthworms out to the fishing spots. And then go to all your fishing spots and tell it to distribute instead of store. And then it'll send your fish straight to the fish processing plant where you don't have to move any of the product around manually. And then you could tell the fish processing plant to sell the finished goods, and you don't even have to take them to the sell point. So you can automate all of your production chain by telling it to distribute instead of store. And then your end product you can tell to sell instead of store. And then you don't even have to cart any pallets around, which is super nice. So we'll get into that here in a little while. All right, so you have a couple more rows to do before I can sell you. So let's get lower. Why are you not lower? There we go. So we'll get into that here in a minute as soon as we get another load, as soon as we get some more cash. I'll show you that whole production chain with the stones and stone processing and Mammoth Mill and refinery. But yeah, if testing keeps going as well as it does, I'm going to get this map to my Patreon members this weekend. Sassy one, good morning. Doing good here. Hope you're doing well. I am having a good day. I'm messing around with the pallet. The pallet warehouse triggers are driving me nuts this morning, but triggers drive me nuts every time I build a new factory. But I'll get that sorted out later this afternoon or tonight. But testing itself's going well. Dixie pulled an all-nighter. So there's only one thing I have to fix in the map itself. And then just a couple fill type lines in the fill type XML. So a couple minor tweaks, but definitely get it to the Patreons this weekend. I'm going to cut that corner a little bit close. almost a full trailer. There we go. So it's going to empty its pipe. Back to the sell point. I want to get the test out so I can start, or the map out so I can start working on update 1. Update 1 is going to be a bit time consuming because I need to build pallets for all the orchard and greenhouse products. And then I need to build, the Cool Whip pallet is already built, well, whipped cream. The whipped cream pallet's already built, sour cream pallet is already built. Haven't seen it yet either. Okay, for the Follow Me mod for 22. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. But yeah, so the update 1 will do orchards, greenhouses, and a dairy mill. And the dairy's going to make, I'm going to take the in-game one that's making the cheese, we're going to modify it. So it'll make cheese, but it'll be 4,000 liter pallets instead of 1 liter 1,000 pallets. And then it'll make your whipped cream and your sour cream, which we'll use in future factories. And then update 2, so far we have the pie factory planned and the pizza factory planned, but I can't do the pizza factory until we get a slaughterhouse, so I got to mess around with that. But update 1 will probably be a couple weeks after the map's released. And I need to fix a couple signs here and there, but that's no big deal. I can do that for update 1. If I don't get it done for map release. Now, I think I'm going to let this empty, and then I think I saw our harvester was done. So yeah, I decided not to build any more fruits into the map after release. So we have the autosave. So we have the rye, the millet, the rice, the carrot. I'm not going to add any more in after map release because it'll be an automatic new game save. So I'm not going to mess with that. So any other new fruits we want to do, we'll build them into either an orchard or a greenhouse. It'll be so much easier that way anyway. This way, if I build them into an orchard or greenhouse, you don't have to mess with them. As soon as you get the orchard and greenhouse running, you can tell it to automatically distribute, and then it'll go to your next production chain. So you won't have to worry about harvesting, let's say, peanuts or onions. Just throw them in a greenhouse, tell it to distribute, and it'll send it on its merry way to the next factory. Alright, so another 300,000. That should get us enough cash to do what we want to do for the next little bit anyway. Let's get this guy back to the farm. And then we'll go take care of that harvester. Yeah, I think I picked our slowest tractor to do this job with. I'm going to have to swap. I'm going to have to throw this tractor on the sprayer and then take the sprayer and throw the sprayer back on here. I'm going to have to swap tractors. The other tractor's a little bit quicker. Let's leave you here for a minute. Let me get you out of the store delivery spot. So we're going to have to mess around with this harvester. So let me unfold the header. Let's drop the header. Let's get the pipe out. Just because this harvester's throwing a whole bunch of Lua errors, I want to sell it off and get a different one. So let's take care of this contract. Yeah, this is the faster tractor. I want to save the other tractor that we were using for yard work. Oh, I forgot. They don't auto unload unless it's just this one because it's throwing errors. But yeah, I'm over here by field 11. So if you buy 11, 12, 13, or 14, you can plow them together and turn them into one big field. Alright, let me get the pipe in. You know what? We're just going to sell the darn thing anyway. Let me get it out of the way. I'm going to try and reset the header back to the yard. I'm going to sell this class off. And whatever money we lose, I'm going to cheat back in. So can I tell you, can I grab the header? Can you not do that like you did in, you can, but I'm not grabbing the header right there. Reset you back to the house. And then let's sell off. Where's the harvesters? Sell this one off. The one by Iconic. I'm going to go into their Facebook page today and see if this has been updated, but it's thrown a bunch of Lua errors. So let me write my number down. So currently we have 791, 167. So let's sell this off. And let's find ourselves a different harvester. I'm going to grab the one by Stevie because I know it's error-free. So don't use any of the Iconic ones for now. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to up the capacity. And I'm going to leave everything else alone. Wheel setup. Do I want the tracks? Oh, I guess we can't. So we can just go white tires. That's fine. Leave it the way it is. It's got the bigger capacity. No engine options. Let's buy this guy. Okay, so 640. Okay, now I need my phone. 791, 167, 640, 640, 398. Oh my goodness, paper and pencil, math, old school. So 9, 9, 6, 7. So we lost 64, 5. We lost $156,000. I'm going to throw $156,000 back in. That gets us close to where we were on the money we lost for the harvester. All right, let's go fulfill this contract. So where does this contract go? I don't remember. Active farmers market. Let's go to the farmers market. Let's get this contract taken care of. I gotta remember after I'm done streaming to remove that iconic mod pack from my mods folder. Yeah, my log was crazy yesterday when I looked at it. I had like a mile long Lua errors from the iconic harvester. Alright, I have traffic turned off. We're just going to go backwards in this circle. Let's head. We're at the farmer's market. This is what I need for this contract. Alright, so contract finished. Plus 79,000 in extra grain. And then another, only 35,000 for the contract. It's all good. So what else do we have in the way of harvesting? Might as well keep our harvester busy. Wheat in 21. How big is 21? That's not too far away. We have wheat in 21. Canola in 18. That's a small field. I may take the this one. Take our new harvester over there and see how it does. Yeah, let's take it. While we're doing other stuff, we can keep our harvester busy. Let's take this guy back to the yard. All of our field work is done. I want to focus on factories for a bit today. Oh, I cut that a little close. Alright, let's get this guy back here. Let's take our new harvester out for a run. Oh my goodness, what field are we going to? I can't ever remember. Field 21. Well, we know the missions work. Well, the one mission works. I'm going to try like a fertilizing contract. I'm going to try a couple different contracts to make sure they're working fine. So we may take a spraying contract or a fertilizing contract at some point today. It works for you. Yeah, well, we don't, since none of our crops are ready to harvest, I might as well keep this guy busy. And the map is laid out pretty well, so you don't have to do a lot of driving. I think 21 is straight ahead. It is. You know what? Let's send it north and south instead of east and west. And I'll check the log and make sure this one's not throwing any errors. Alright, let's get you folded up. Make sure we're not dropping straw. Oh, we're not. Okay. And now we'll get a worker hired. You do your thing. I'm going to check the log again really quick to see if this harvester is any better than the iconic one. Because the iconic one, if you look here, the one by iconic, it's throwing a whole bunch of Lua errors right there. And then the one from Stevie, nope, even the class Lexion that we just bought is throwing Lua errors. Yeah, class Lexion by Stevie, look, all these Lua errors. I don't know what's up with the harvesters. So even this one's throwing errors. I'm going to have to find a good harvester. Yeah, look, another whole page of Lua errors. Class Lexion by Stevie, throwing errors. It's worse than the other one. We'll use it for now. We'll finish the contract, and then I'll deal with a better harvester off camera. Something that's not going to throw a bunch of Lua errors. Alright, let's go take care of some production chains. And then we'll get some grass cut. So I need to find myself a good harvester today. I'll just grab one off the mod hub, in-game mod hub, and I'll modify it. I'll up the speed a bit. I'll reach out to Papa Smurf today and see if he has one that's not throwing any errors. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to turn boxes off because we don't need them yet. So that's the first thing I want to do. So I don't want to, until we get the pallet storage built, I don't want a bunch of boxes just sitting on the map. So for now, I'm going to turn boxes off. So I'm just going to deactivate boxes. So planks. All right, planks we're telling it to distribute. Resin we're storing. Drill pipe we're distributing, so it's going to go straight to the oil well. So we're not making sacks yet. Nails we're telling to distribute. Boxes I just deactivated, so we're not going to make any boxes for now. And then the steel we're selling. So, and then the boxes we won't need till I get the orchards and greenhouses built. So that's what we're going to use boxes for now. We have the one stone pit, and it's storing. I'm going to tell it to distribute. So it'll go to the next production chain. So we won't have to manually move any stones. We're going to buy this one. So I'm going to buy this one. We're going to throw diesel and water in there, and we're also going to tell it to distribute instead of store. So let's grab, try and get a little bit of diesel without, I think the factory only takes 50,000 until we start making our own diesel. Let's just throw this in here to get the factory started. Oh, does this take coal? I can't remember. Did I just buy diesel that I don't need? No, I didn't. A little bit of diesel in here. Let's grab some water. Now I think once I put the pallet warehouse down, I think I can tell the factory, I think I could take Mammoth Mill, tell it to distribute the boxes, and I think they automatically go to the warehouse. So I want to test that today, even though I can't test that today because I don't have the warehouse in my mods folder yet. But I want to test that as well. I want to see if we can send the boxes straight to the warehouse. Alright, so we're going to tell this to distribute instead of store. So let's take this one, let's change the output mode to distribute. So it has a little bit of water, it has a little bit of diesel to keep running. Our stone processing plant will now accept the stones straight from the factory, so we won't have to manually move them over here. So I have this right now this is only making lime. I have limestone turned off because we don't have the factory for it yet. Gypsum or calcium carbonate are turned off because I don't have the next factory built yet. So it's storing lime, which we're going to use for our fields. It's storing clean fill. Now if I tell it to distribute clean fill, it should automatically go to the earthworm factory. So let's do something really quick. Let's jump over and buy the earthworm factory. Wonderworm. Let's visit Wonderworm. Let's buy it. So let's buy Wonderworm. So now let's go back to here, and let's tell this to distribute the clean fill, and it should distribute it straight to the earthworm factory. So our stones should come here, make our goods, and then our goods should be sent to the next production chain. Now, since our mammoth mill is distributing drill pipe, the drill pipe should go straight to the oil well now. So we have our drill pipe set to distributing. It won't distribute till it hits 10,000 liters because that's what the pallet is. So our drill pipe should now go straight to the oil well. So it has coal. We brought coal in manually. Now we can take our coal mine, we can activate our coal mine and tell it to distribute also, and it'll automatically send coal to all your factories that need it. So we're going to go in and test that next. So this is getting drill pipe and it's storing crude oil. It's storing crude oil right now because we don't have the next factory in line, but we're going to throw it down right now. Did I buy this land? Let me see if I bought this land yesterday. I did, but I did. So let's take, I think it's right over here. Let's grab the refinery. I don't want the biodiesel one, I actually want the refinery. This one. Let me turn my camera around. So let's grab the refinery. Let's set it over here. But I want to turn it a little bit too far. Alright, let's set this guy here. And then now we can tell this. Oh, let's tell this to distribute. So take your crude oil and distribute it. So now it should send the crude oil to the next factory. So now we're going to store the diesel. We're going to tell the plastic to distribute. And it's going to send the plastic back to Mammoth Mill to make empty sacks. So I'm going to take plastic, we're going to activate it. I'm going to take diesel and we're going to activate it. I'm going to store the diesel because I don't think I have a factory yet that takes diesel. Actually, we do. Let's distribute our diesel as... do I want to store any for personal use? No, let's just distribute it, just so we know the production chain is working. Let's distribute the diesel, so we shouldn't have to haul diesel to the other factories anymore. It's missing materials because it's waiting for crude oil. So now let's buy the other oil well. So let's buy the oil well. So this one, let's tell it, so it should get coal automatic. Well, it won't get coal automatically until we go buy the coal mine and get that running. But it should get drill pipe automatically now. So we'll let this run. Let's change the crude oil to distributing. So it should distribute it, once we get it running, it should distribute it automatically to the refinery. Let's grab our truck, let's grab some water, and let's get the coal mine up and running and see if it automatically distributes the coal to where it needs to go. Let's grab a load of water. Actually, hold on. Let's turn sacks on because we should now have plastic from the refinery as soon as the refinery turns itself on. So let's activate sacks. It's going to be missing material because it doesn't have any plastic yet. And right now we're going to tell sacks to I'm going to tell Sachs, I'm going to change it to distribute, and we'll throw the ice house down, and we'll see if the whole production chain is going to work properly. Let me grab a load of water. And if we need more cash, I'll just go sell a load of ore or coal off. Let's grab a load of water. Let's get the coal mine running. Even though we have coal on the ground, I'm going to get the coal mine running to see if it'll automatically distribute it. Let's take a little water with us, and we'll have to come back. We'll have to buy a little bit of diesel and throw some diesel in the coal mine, because the refinery's not running yet. And we'll probably do the same thing with the ore mine. If I have enough cash, we'll buy the ore mine, we'll buy the coal mine. We'll tell it to distribute it, and we'll see if the coal and the ore automatically goes to the mill and all the other factories. And then we could probably do the same thing with the silt mine and send the silt directly to the fertilizer factory. So we're going to work on production chain testing today. And then if I have to forward time a little bit to test it, we'll forward time a little bit to test it. But it's going to be so nice not to have to cart pallets around for 8 hours. We own the land that the coal mine's on, but we don't own the coal mine, so we're going to have to buy it. But I left enough room so you could sneak in there to get it running. Kinda, sort of. Just work your way in, and you should be able to buy it and get it running. Alright, let's jump out of here. Let's buy this puppy. 75,000. And then let's throw in some water. It'd be so nice if this whole production chain works. So this guy needs a little bit of diesel. So let's go grab a little bit of diesel. And we're going to have to earn a little bit more cash. Let's go grab just about see what we need. Damn, wage payments are super expensive in 22 compared to 19. I haven't found a way to adjust those yet. So let's grab a little bit more diesel. I'm going to put a water tank in the mine because we're going to have to manually feed water in to all the mines. But I don't want to buy another diesel pump because we're going to be making our own diesel. So let me just buy a little bit more. Yeah, we're going to have to earn some more cash because there's a couple more factories I want to throw down. Oh, I didn't want water, I want diesel. There's a couple more factories I want to throw down to make sure this works properly. So I'm going to grab that just ate up most of it. Yeah, we're going to have to sell another load of ore off here in a second. So I want to throw a couple more factories down. We'll probably just grab a load of silt this time and sell a load of silt off. So I want to test the ore mine the same theory. I want to test the silt mine on the same theory. I want to throw the ice house down, and I want to make sure that whole production chain is going to work. So we need to buy fish processing. Well, we have to get compost made, so I'm going to have to cut some grass at some point soon, or we're not going to get any earthworms. So as soon as we get a couple more factories up and running, I have to make some compost. But let's get a little bit let's get some diesel in here to get this started. Alright, let's tell this to go active. Am I sitting on it? No, I'm not sitting on the trigger. Alright, so let's activate the coal mine. Coal mine when active, let's tell you to distribute. Let's tell the clean fill to distribute, and it should automatically go to the earthworm factory. So we can test this in a little while after we forward some time. So the coal should automatically go to all the factories that need coal. Alright, I'm going to leave this guy sitting here because we're going to need him here in a minute. We need to earn a little bit more cash. So I'm going to grab... How's our harvester? Harvester's doing fine. Let's grab this guy. Oh, I want the quicker tractor on here, though. Actually, I just need to drop the snowblower. Hold on. Let's grab the quicker tractor. Let's jump in this tractor. It's a little bit quicker. Let's go sell off a load of silt this time. Alfred Prom, hello. I'm sorry I was ignoring chat. Corn. If I messed this up, Corn Croon, hello. Thanks for stopping in, much appreciated. Alright, let's get a load of silt sold off this time. So if anybody has any really, really good harvesters that are not throwing errors, that are quicker than the in-game speed, shoot me a whisper in Twitch or a message in Facebook with a link. Because the iconic harvester pack I have is throwing Lua errors, and Stevie's mod pack harvester I have is also throwing Lua errors. So I don't have a really good harvester. And then during lunch, I'll jump on Stevie's Facebook page and see if there's been an update, and I'll also jump on Iconic's Facebook page and see if there's been an update to both of the harvester packs. Because I may have an older version. But hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Testing is going really, really well. Dixie only found a couple issues I need to fix tonight. So I'll get her another map update tonight. Everything I have to fix works with an existing save. So it's looking really good for me to get a copy of this map to my Patreon members this weekend. And then they'll have it for a week, and then we'll get this map released the following weekend. Turn you off. Is it going to spit the rest out of its... Nope. Let's get this sold. So we can buy a couple more factories and test our distributing theory. This will give us a little bit more cash that we need. We may have to sell another load off after this one as well. Well, let's get this one sold. See how much cash we get. So I need 150,000 just to buy the 2 other mines. I want to buy one of the fishing spots. I want to buy the fish processing plant just to make sure our whole production chain is going to work. Set to distributing so we don't have to haul pallets around. Let me make a note for myself. I want to ask Papa Smurf. I gotta up the unload speed on this trailer. I got someone knocking on my door, so hold on 1 second, y'all. My sister's granddaughter's home today because their school's on distance learning yet. Alright, so let's jump over here. Let's buy fish processing. Oh, so I want to make sure that it automatically distributes the product over here. We don't have anything for it yet, but we can buy it. And then we're going to get the ice house down to see if we can't. So, are you getting any clean fill yet? You are getting clean fill, so it is distributing the clean fill directly to here. That's a good sign. We have to get the composter up and running. So at least I know our factories will distribute the product right to the next production chain. So let's buy a couple of the fishing spots. Oh, we own them. We don't have to buy them. So we already own the fishing spots. So let's tell... We don't have compost yet, but let's tell this to distribute the earthworms directly. So let's take our earthworms instead of store. Let's distribute those as well. So we own the fishing spots. As soon as this has earthworms, it should automatically send them to the fishing spots. And then the fishing spots should automatically send... Let's go adjust those. So the fishing spots need to send the product straight to fish processing. So let's come up here and let's change fish to distribute. Let's tell this one to distribute. Let's tell the third one. There's 5 different fishing spots. So you distribute, and you distribute. So we don't have to take the fishing boat out. So it should automatically send the fish to a fish processing plant. So this one is set to distribute. Let's look at our fish processing plant. We don't have all the materials we need, but let's take a look at this chain really quick. So fish processing, we need fish, we need ice cubes, which we're going to put the ice cube factory down next. We're making crates, so we have to go tell that factory to distribute it. I'm going to tell the trout to sell. I'm going to tell the catfish to sell. I'm going to tell the salmon to sell, and I'm going to tell the caviar to sell. I know we lose money, but I don't have to cart it from here to the sell point. So there's a couple more things we have to do. Well, we have to cut some grass and get some compost going. That's going to be our super priority next. Connell A182, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Much appreciated. This map is second day of testing, going really, really well. I got to make a few adjustments tonight and send it back to Dixie. But we're hoping to get it to my Patreon members this weekend, and then they'll have it for a week before it goes public. Alright, so where are we going? I want to leave this truck here a second. Well, I have traffic turned off. He can sit in the middle of the road. There's a couple more things I want to do. So this factory here, this factory here, if I can get the menu. So we're making crates. I'm going to tell it to distribute. I'm going to tell the pallets to distribute, even though we're not using any factories. We don't have any factories that are taking pallets yet, but I'm going to distribute them as well. So the crates now should go to the next production chain in the line. And then I want to make sure I have everything over here set properly. So we have planks are distributing, resin we have to store. I have no factories that use resin yet. Drill pipes distributing, sacks are distributing, nails are distributing. Boxes I have turned off because we don't have a factory that takes boxes yet. And then the steel we're selling. It doesn't have any plastic yet because the refinery's not running. So let's get, let's go check on the refinery, and then I'm going to get the ice house down so we can start making ice cubes for fish processing. Alright, so you are distributing, you're getting drill pipe from the mill, you're distributing crude oil. This one is getting drill pipe, but it's not getting any coal yet because we just fired up the coal factory. So we'll probably dump a load of coal in here just to get it started. And then this probably doesn't have much material yet because we just got it running. Alright, awesome. So it is getting a little bit of crude oil. And it's already distributing some diesel, and it's already distributing some plastic. Now, plastic is 4,000 liters before it distributes. Now, what I might do is I may go in before the maps are released. I may take every single pallet and cut it back down to either 1,000 or 2,000 liters. So this whole production chain will go quicker. But I'll sleep on that tonight and see how that goes. So let's get the ice house down. So we can tell it to accept the sacks. Let's double check the mill. It doesn't have any plastic yet, but let's check the sacks. So the sacks I have turned off for now. So let's get the ice house down. Let's come over here. Let's go to construction. Let's go to production. I should have an ice house. Oh, let me turn my camera around. And let's get this guy over here. Let's face it, the road. So ice house. Come on. Why not can't you buy? Why it won't let me buy it? A to place the item. It won't let me buy it. Why won't it let me buy it? Let me buy it on my test map. That's weird. Okay, let me try that again. It wouldn't let me buy it. I have enough money. We own the land. And let me buy it on my test map. Why won't it let me buy it here? And it keeps flipping my camera around. I hate that. Ice house. Right there. Okay. That was weird. So let's tell you. So it's going to make ice cubes. Let's activate it. We're going to have to bring some water over. It should automatically get diesel from the factory. Let's tell you to distribute. So you're waiting on sacks. So let's tell this factory now to make sacks and to distribute them. Alright, so let's turn sacks on. Or is it on? Why is it red? Because it doesn't have any plastic, but it is active. Okay, so we're just waiting on plastic from the refinery. So we'll come back and check on that production chain in a little bit. But this one, we're going to have to manually put some water in. I'm not going to put any diesel in because I want to see if the diesel factory sends it over. So we're just going to throw a load of water in here. So where's my tanker at? Over here. Let's go grab a load of water. But let's double check this. This should now be running. And it's set to distribute. Okay. So we'll see if the next factory that needs coal gets it. So let's grab a load of water. Yeah, so I may adjust the pallet size down a little bit now that it can automatically go to the next factory. So I may take every single pallet and change it from 4,000 liters back to 1,000 liters so it automatically goes to the next factory quicker. And if you're going to manually haul pallets around, you're going to hate me, but if you turn it on distributing, you're going to love me. I don't like spending 8 hours hauling pallets around. Let's grab a little water for the ice house. Now, if I find a factory that we can make water and have it automatically distribute, that'll even be a bonus. So let's throw a load of water in here. So right now, the only thing we have to manually feed in all of our factories are water. I'm going to see if I can find a workaround for that. I want to see if we can build something that makes water and automatically distributes it to the other factories. I do have an idea in mind. I was going to go look at the menu and I walked away. So you're not getting diesel yet, you're not getting sacks yet because we haven't had it running long enough. But it has a little bit of water to get itself started. I wanted to activate it. That's what I wanted to do. You're distributing, but you're missing materials. The next thing I want to test, and we're going to have to sell some more silt off to get some more cash. But the next thing I want to test is, where do I want to put them? I want to put them down here, but I want to buy some more land. Hold on. Let's see how much more cash I need. I want to buy this next piece of land here. What's it going to cost me? $195,000. I don't want to earn that kind of cash. Let's put them over by, I'll just put them down here. That's fine. So let's grab, let's go to production. Construction, production. Let's grab 2 of the wash plants. I want to see if we can, our whole automatic production chain will work. I'm going to put 1 down. I'm going to put 2 down. Alright, so now what do you need? So let's take a look at this guy. So you're going to need stones, which you should automatically get now. We're going to have to bring water over. Diesel that should automatically get once the refinery's running. Let's tell the washed stone to sell. Let's tell the clean fill to distribute, and let's tell the gold to sell. We'll have to manually put some water in here. Let's do the same thing here. Let's take this guy and tell it to sell. Let's tell the clean fill to distribute, and let's tell the gold to sell. And we'll see if this will turn itself on once the other production gets up and running. I'm going to buy another stone pit, but let's grab some water. I like the distributing. It lets me do other things on the farm rather than spend most of the time driving. Yeah, definitely. I hate driving pallets around. I love production maps, but in 19, it got so in a single player game. You spend 8 hours just driving pallets around from factory to factory. I have an idea on a factory that makes water, and then we can tell water to automatically distribute. So, since we need a ton of stone, I'm going to put another stone pit down. But let's get some water in this one. So we own the land from here to the church. I'm just going to fill it full of factories. And we're going to have to sell off another load of silt off because I want to buy the ore mine and the silt mine. And I want to buy another stone pit. Let's grab one more load of water for the next one. Now, I want to get compost made. We're going to cut grass next, but I need to earn some cash. I got to sell 2 loads off. So this water fill trigger and diesel fill trigger will be in mod pack 1 with the map. When the map's released. Melted ice cubes. Need ice cubes for fish processing. Let's get... water in the second one. Now I'm going to get those boxes off the map eventually. But let's throw water in this one. How's our harvester doing? Where is he at? 21. Where am I at? Going the wrong way. So how's he doing on harvesting over here? Okay, he's not bad. He's about 3/4 of the way across. Alright, let's leave our tanker there for a second. Let's sell another load of silt off. Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait to get you all the map. Finally have something decent to play in 22. I hate the base game maps. And then one of these days when I don't have anything to do, I'm going to just scoop a whole bunch of this stuff up, throw it in a silo so we have it ready to go. That we will. Yeah, I can't wait for you to get the map to y'all. My sister's granddaughter is so bored today. They have them home on distance learning, but they only give them like 10 minutes worth of work to do. So she had all of her work done distance learning in like 10 minutes. And now she's bored to death. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Sinuses are still killing me. Oh yeah, so we're gonna need the mower and the loading wagon. So we're gonna need like $600,000. So we're gonna have to sell a couple loads of this off. Oh, I'm stuck. Come on, unstick yourself. I don't want to have to use super strength. Alright, so you're full. So let's head to this sell point. I'm probably gonna have to sell like 3 loads off total. I don't know if you can hear her in the background or not, but her mouth never stops. Her mouth goes from the time she wakes up till the time she goes to bed. Yeah, we'll just sell like 3 loads off and be done with it. That'll give us the next cash for the next couple factories we need to test. While this is unloading, how's our harvester doing? Did he stop? Does he need to be... As soon as this is unloaded, I'm going to go check in the harvester, see if he needs to be unloaded. Just a notification come up, I didn't see it, I was looking at chat. Is he still moving or no? He's sitting there, so he needs to be unloaded. So we'll grab him as soon as this is done. I can hear her once in a while, yeah. Her mouth goes from the time she wakes up till the time she goes to bed. Alright, so I'm going to leave this guy here for a minute. Let's grab this. Let's go empty our harvester. Ooh, I just saw some harvest income pop up, so something just automatically sold. I want to grab the slow tractor again. I'm going to switch tractors. I'm going to make this guy just the yard tractor. And I'm going to grab the other tractor, the bigger tractor that's sitting over there so I can use it on the road. But this contract should get us a little bit more income as well. Now I also want to do a spraying contract to make sure that they work properly as well. So at some point today we have to test that. I didn't see the notification. I have no idea how long this guy was sitting here just waiting on me, spending my cash. I have crop destruction turned off. I'm just going to drive through the crop. Alright, you finished that field. I'm going to get out of your way so you can turn around. Alright, so let's grab one more load of silt. And then we'll get the rest of the production running. I'm going to sell the silt off because right now the only thing we're using it for is to make fertilizer with. So I'm trying to run through some ideas in my head now to come up with a way to automatically distribute water. Now I can, so water's, so H2O, two molecules of hydrogen, one molecule of oxygen. So we can make hydrogen. I can add hydrogen to the refinery. How do I get oxygen in the factory so we can take hydrogen and oxygen, combine it together to make water? So we've got to come up with something creative to make how we can make oxygen, which I have an idea. I have an idea on an oxygen as well. So I may play around with that a little bit tomorrow. Dixieland, make an air tank factory like canned air. That's exactly what I was thinking. And then we need to run the factory though. So what do you put in the factory to make condensed air? Workers. So we can make a factory that does workers to make air, canned air. And then we can have the factory that makes workers automatically distribute the workers to the factory. And then we can make our condensed air. I can add hydrogen to the refinery. So we'll have hydrogen, we'll have oxygen, and then we can make a water plant and then automatically distribute water to the factories. So I will work on that. It won't be done for map release, but we'll work on that for maybe Mod Pack 1. But we won't have to haul the workers around on a bus in 22. We can automatically distribute them to the other factories, which will be so nice. Alright, this should get us the cash I need. So all the mining product on the ground, as long as you get the factory running and turn it to distribute, so all the product on the ground is pretty much free money. All right, now I'm actually getting into 22. I hated 22 when it first came out, but now I'm actually getting into 22 now that we can do the whole distributing thing with the factory and automatic sell. I love the idea of not having to haul shit around all day. I don't mind hauling the water as long as there's a big tanker. We're gonna make a factory. If I don't have to haul it, I'm not gonna haul it. If I can make a factory that automatically distributes it, we're gonna make a factory that automatically distributes it. I'm gonna be lazy in 22. So I need 600,000 just for the mower and loading wagon. And then I need about another 200,000 to get the rest of the factory. So we need to end up with like 800,000 when this is done selling. Or I'm not going to have enough cash to do what I want to do. Well, see, need to look at things a bit different for 22. Yeah, I hated 22 when it first came out. MJ, thank you for stopping in. Much appreciated. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit short. I'm going to grab one more load of silt, and then we should have enough cash to do what we need to do. Take advantage of the way Giants redid things and run with it. And yeah, I absolutely hated 22 when it first came out. Refused to play it. Oh, almost hit the light pole. All right, let's jump back in here. Let's grab one more load. Nano9, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Much appreciated. Testing, like Dixie said, testing is going super well. I just got to fix a few things today. Get her an updated map tonight. And then I may adjust the quantities of all the pallets so they go to the next production chain a little bit quicker. But I'll sleep on that and make a decision before the map's released. So when I initially changed every pallet up to 4,000 liters, and I changed the steel and the drill pipe up to 10,000 liters, I thought we were going to have to manually cart it around. But now that the factory will distribute it, I can drop the pallet quantity back down a little bit, and then it will go to the next factory quicker. L.A. Biscotti, hello guys and gals, thank you for stopping in. If I mispronounced your name, I do apologize. Let me spin around and just top this trailer off. Alright, another full load. This should be good. We should be good on cash for a while. Yeah, now I'm super excited about not having to haul pallets around all day. Great job for the warehouse. The warehouse still needs a little bit of work. Dixie's not having any problems with the triggers. I'm having problems with the triggers. Getting it to accept pallets. But I'm going to play around with that tonight. But the warehouse is actually built like a factory. So we can actually tell, I could tell the mill to produce boxes and distribute them, and it'll send them to the warehouse and store them. And then I could tell the warehouse, without having to physically move the pallet, to tell it to send the boxes to the next production chain. I want to test that after we get it up and running. But I think we can use the warehouse as a distribution center to store the extra goods. So the same thing with the planks. So I could tell Mammoth Mill to make the planks and distribute them. If no other factory needs them, they should go into the warehouse. And then I could tell the warehouse to distribute them, and then they should go to the next factory that needs it. I'm going to test that theory out. So we can use the warehouse, the pallet storage warehouse, as a distribution center without having to physically move the pallets around. But I want to try that. It's not been tested yet. But in theory, it should work. But we'll definitely get that tested as soon as I fix the triggers. Alright, cool. So let's go take care of our contract, and that's going to get us a little bit more cash. So after lunch, I may throw, even though the triggers are not working 100%, I may throw the warehouse in here, the pallet warehouse in here, just to test it and see if I can make it work like a distribution center. So we'll mess around with that after lunch. I don't have it in my mods folder right now. But that'd be awesome because it'll store every palleted product that we make. And if we can get it working like a distribution center without having to haul pallets around, that's even another bonus. I'm gonna leave this guy sit here because I'm sure we're gonna need some more cash at some point today. Let's get the pipe. Let's take the header. Let's unfold the header. Let's get the pipe out. Come on, I need a new Xbox One control, but I don't want to spend $100, and I don't like the generic ones. So I actually need a real Xbox One control. Alright, I've got another tractor sitting here. You're down in this corner. Alright. Let's take care of this contract. And then what time is it? 11:38. I'm going to go for about another 15 minutes. So I'm going to get out of here for lunch. And then we'll continue working on the whole production chain after lunch. Alright, so where does our contract have to go? Our contract has to go where? Has to go to the farmer's market. Alright. Let's get the pipe in. Get this off the field. Let's get this to the farmer's market. Cash the contract in. So I left you plenty of grass around these fields to mow. Actually, we could sneak over to the farmer's market this way. If that works, then one stop to pick up everything in or distribute or auto sell. Still testing that. Depends on your gameplay. Yeah. Because, yeah, you could tell everything to go to the distribution center, and then from the distribution center, you could tell it to automatically sell. So that the possibilities are, it's going to open up some more possibilities for gameplay options. Oh, right there's my floating building. Dixie spotted this in testing last night, so I got to fix this tonight. I think that's the only thing we found floating in the map so far. So yeah, I'll work on, probably tonight or tomorrow, I'll work on the whole hydrogen, oxygen, water distribution method. After I get the pallet warehouse adjusted. Alright, farmer's market, let's fulfill this contract and cash it in. So we got another extra $101,000 for the grain plus $40,000 for the contract. Not bad. I'm going to hold off on taking another contract until after lunch. I want to test fertilizing next. So let's get this guy to the house, which is right here. And then, yeah, I'm going to go for about another 10 minutes and then get out of here. Take about an hour lunch and then come back. So let me throw this guy here. Let's get our harvester back to the house as well. So I'm not going to take another harvesting contract because we know that they're working properly. Now this harvester is also throwing Lua errors, so I'm going to get rid of, during lunch I'm going to get rid of the iconic mod pack because the iconic harvester is throwing Lua errors. I'm going to get rid of the Steve East mod pack because this harvester is throwing errors. And then we're going to have to find another, matter of fact, I'm going to sell it now. This way when I take the mod pack, when I get rid of the mod pack out of my mods folder, I won't lose the money. And then I got to find a harvester during lunch. I'm going to prepare a meal. I stay on live for the view. Thanks. I'm going to, much appreciated, but yeah, I'm going to jump off here in about 5 minutes. And then we'll work on more of the distributing chain after lunch. And hopefully during lunch I can find a better modded harvester that's not throwing Lua errors. So after lunch I may not have a modded harvester. May have to use an in-game one until I can find a modded harvester. But we'll keep it for now until I find a modded one. Might as well fold it up. I can send you mine. Yeah, send me a link. I'd love to get it for. I want to sort out the harvesters after lunch and then take a couple of the mods out of my mods folder, the ones that are throwing Lua errors. Alright, so there's one more thing I want to get done before I get out of here. I'm going to buy another placeable stone pit, so we have enough stones to get everything running. So let's go to construction. Let's go to production. Let me spin my camera around. I want to grab another stone pit so we have 3 of them going. We'll throw it here. It's out of the way. And then we need it should get diesel automatically from the diesel factory, and then we're just going to throw a load of water in it. And then I'm going to tell the stones to distribute instead of, and then let's grab a load of water. We're going to check on the refinery, and then I'm going to get out of here for an hour. If I have to buy a little bit of diesel to get that running, I will. Oh my goodness, my sinuses are killing me. If I don't come back after lunch, it's because I can't talk. Alright, let's see what we have going on here. So we have... Alright, so we put coal in here to start with, but it's getting drill pipe, and it is distributing its crude oil. Let's go check on this one. This whole production chain works. That'll be awesome. So you are getting coal, you are getting drill pipe, you're making crude oil. So let's look at our refinery. I may have to turn the speed up on the refinery a little bit. The refinery is getting crude oil. It's making diesel, it's distributing, it's also making plastic, and it's distributing. Yeah, see, it's ticking down. So that is awesome. So that's going to work. So let's see if it's going to send a little bit of diesel to our new stone pit. I don't know what the delay is. Or if there's a delay built into the script, I mean. So you haven't gotten any diesel yet. So we'll check on this after lunch to see if this automatically gets any diesel. So I'm going to throw y'all on ending soon. Let me grab my mouse. Throw y'all on ending soon. I'm going to save and close. I'm going to throw the pallet warehouse in here also, and we'll test it. I'm not going to be able to... Well, we can grab the boxes that are sitting on the ground to test the triggers with, and we can adjust the triggers. And maybe get the triggers working after lunch. But then we can... test the whole distributing the product in and out of the warehouse like a distribution center. So we'll mess around with that after lunch. I'm going to cheat one load of clean fill in just to get the earthworm factory up and running, and then we'll make some compost. I'm sorry. I'm going to cheat one load of compost in just so I can get the factory running. just for testing purposes. And then we'll see if the whole earthworm um, fish processing plant turns itself on automatically. But appreciate everybody stopping in. We'll catch everybody in about an hour.